Dear students, we have already discussed some basic properties of a function. In this session, we are willing to continue the basic properties. Right? They are one function, onto function, bisective function. From bisective function, we define an inverse function and continue to define a composite function of two functions. Right. So, next one, onto function. Right. This is the special type of a function. Onto function. A function f mapping from a to b is said to be a surjection if the range of f is equal to the codomain of f. Right, the working rule for this onto function, for every b belong to b, for every element in the codomain, there exists at least one A belong to capital A, that is domain, such that f of A is equal to B. Right, now see one example. Right, so this is the example of an onto function. Right, in this every element of B has a pre-image in the domain such that f of A is equal to B. Here 1 has two pre-images, 2 has pre-image Z, 3 has pre-image W. Right? So, every element in the codomain has at least one pre-image in the domain such that f of A is equal to B, therefore it is a surjection. Right, now see example 2. Here the domain containing 4 elements x, y, z and w. Codomain contain 4 elements. Here 4 has no preimage in the domain. 4 has no preimage in the domain. Therefore, it is not a surjection. Right. Now, what is the condition for to be a function to be a surjection? The condition for a function to be a surjection from A to B is n of A greater than or equal to n of B. Right? This is the condition for to be a surjection is n of A greater than or equal to n of B. If n of A is equal to n of B is equal to 2. Here n of B is equal to 2, so that n of A must be greater than or equal to 2, then the number of onto functions from A to B is equal to 2 power n minus 2. Right? How it derive? The number of onto functions from A to B is equal to 2 power n minus 2. Right? The number of onto functions is equal to the number of onto functions is equal to the number of onto functions is equal to total number of functions, total number of functions, total number of functions minus number of not onto functions number of not onto functions. Right, here total number of functions, that is equal to 2 power n minus number of not onto functions, that is 2. Right, see what are not onto functions. Suppose this is set A containing n elements 1, 2 and so on n. This is set B containing 2 elements A and B, right? So the image of each element of A is A. The image of each element of A is small a, right? The image of each element of domain A is small a, right? This is one of the not onto function. Another one, this is set A 1, 2 and so on n. This is set B containing 2 elements A and B. Set B containing 2 elements A and B. Every element of A mapped with B. Every element of A mapped with B. The image of each element of A is B. Right, this is not onto function. This is another not onto function. That's why number of onto functions is equal to 2. Therefore, the number of onto functions defined from A to B is equal to 2 power n minus 2. Right, now if n of B greater than or equal to 2, if n of B greater than or equal to 2, then the number of onto functions are, right? See, if n of A is equal to R and n of B is equal to n greater than or equal to 2, then the number of surjections from A to B is, number of surjections from A to B is, right, n power R minus nc1 into n minus 1 whole power R plus nc2 into n minus 2 whole power R and so on. In this case also the number of surjections is equal to total number of functions minus total number of not onto functions, right? If n of A less than n of B, then the number of surjections are, right, see this, if n of A less than n of B, then the number of onto functions is 0, right? Now into function, a function which is not onto, a function which is not onto is called an into function, right? Now working rule for checking whether the function is onto or into, right? So onto function start from codomain. Onto function start from codomain. Let y belong to B, that is codomain, and y is equal to f of x. Solve this equation. For x, we get x in terms of y. For every y belong to B, there exists an element x belong to capital A, then f is onto, otherwise it is into, right? See one example for verifying this is onto or into. let f mapping from n to n defined by f of x is equal to 2x plus 3, right? Let y belong to capital N, that is codomain. Take one element of codomain. Let y belong to capital N codomain, and y is equal to f of x, and y is equal to f of x. That implies y is equal to 2x plus 3. Y is equal to 2x plus 3. That implies x is equal to y minus 3 by 2. Right? Now, for every element in y, there exists an element x belong to domain. Therefore, it is onto. Right? Verify that. Let y is equal to 1. Let y is equal to 1. That implies x is equal to 1 minus 3 by 2. That is equal to minus 1. Minus 1 belong to n or not? Minus 1 does not belong to n. Minus 1 does not belong to n. That is a domain. Minus 1 does not belong to the domain. Therefore, it indicates that the element 1 has no preimage. The element 1 has no preimage in the domain. Therefore, the function f of x is equal to 2x plus 3 is not onto. Therefore, f is not onto. F is not onto. Right. Now, horizontal line test. If every straight line parallel to x-axis from the points in the codomain intersect the graph of the function at least at one point, then f is onto, otherwise it is into. Right? See one example. Let f mapping from capital R to R defined by f of x is equal to x square. The graph of this function is like this, right? This is the graph of y is equal to x square. Now draw a horizontal line. Right, this is the horizontal line. So draw a horizontal line parallel to x-axis. This line intersects the graph at 2 points, but this is now draw a horizontal line. Okay, this line does not intersect the graph. Right? Our condition is every straight line parallel to x-axis, from points in the codomain. Here codomain is set of all real numbers. Domain is on x-axis, codomain on y-axis. Right? From points in the codomain. Here, suppose we draw a horizontal line below x-axis. This line does not intersect the graph of a function. Right? Therefore, f of x equal to x square is not onto by using graphical method. Right? Now, bisection or 1 and onto function. Right? A function f mapping from a to b is both an injection and a surjection. Then f is said to be bisection from A to B. Right, now observe from the definition, if A comma B are finite sets and F mapping from A to B is a bisection, then n of A is equal to n of B. Note 2, if A comma B are finite sets and n of A is equal to n of B, then the number of bijections defined from A to B is, number of bijections defined from A to B is n of A factorial. Right, already see from the number of 1-1 functions, the number of 1-1 functions defined from A to B is equal to n of B P n of A. Here n of B is equal to n of A. So the number of bisective functions from A to B is n of A factorial. Right, now horizontal line test. Given a function, by verifying this is 1-1 or onto, by using horizontal line test, we can say that the function is a bisective or not. Right, if every straight line parallel to x-axis from the points in codomain intersects the graph of the function at only one point, then f is bisection. Right, see one example, f mapping from R to R defined by f mapping from R to R defined by f of x is equal to x defined by f of x is equal to x. Right, the graph of y is equal to x. The graph of y is equal to x is a straight line passing through origin. The graph of y is equal to x is a straight line passing through origin. Now draw any straight line parallel to x-axis from the points in codomain. Here the codomain is R. If we draw horizontal line parallel to x-axis, this line intersects at only one point. Now draw another line above x-axis parallel to x-axis, intersects at only one point. Therefore, f of x equal to x is a bisective function from the horizontal line test. Right, now example, determine whether the function f mapping from R to R defined by f of x is equal to, okay, this is called a piecewise function. Right, if x greater than 2, the image of f is x. If x less than or equal to 2, the image of f is 5x minus 2. Right, this piecewise function is 1-1 or onto. If it is 1-1 and onto, then it is a bisection. First verify this is 1-1 or onto. Right, for verifying this function is a bisective or not, by using horizontal line test. Right, f of x is equal to x if x greater than 2. Right, draw a graph. This is y-axis, this is x-axis. This is x is equal to 2. Right. If x greater than 2, x greater than 2, f of x equal to x. That is y is equal to x. Y is equal to x. The graph of this function x greater than 2, this is a straight line, y is equal to x. This is a straight line, y is equal to x. Right. If x less than or equal to 2, y is equal to 5x minus 2. That implies 5x minus y is equal to 2. Now divide this equation by 2. That implies x divided by 2 by 5 plus y divided by minus 2 is equal to 1. Right? If x is equal to 2, if x is equal to 2, y is equal to 8. If x is equal to 2, y is equal to 8. Suppose this is a point 2 comma 8. If x is equal to 1, y is equal to 3. If x is equal to 1, y is equal to 3. Right, this is a point 1 comma 3. Now y is equal to 0, x is equal to 2 by 5, that is equal to 0.4, that is equal to 0.4. Right, y is equal to 0, x is equal to 2 by 5, that is 0.4. This is a point 2 by 5 comma 0. Right, if x is equal to 0, y is equal to minus 2. X is equal to 0, y is equal to minus 2. This is a point 0 comma minus 2. Now joining these points, this is a straight line. This is a straight line. Right? Given a piecewise function, f of x is equal to x if x greater than 2. If x less than or equal to 2, f of x is equal to 5x minus 2. Right? So, if x greater than 2, y is equal to x. If x less than or equal to 2, y is equal to 5x minus 2. Right? This is a straight line. Right? Now, draw a horizontal line. Draw a horizontal line from the points in the codomain. Right? Suppose this is a horizontal line parallel to x-axis. Right? This horizontal line intersect the graph of the function at 2 points. This horizontal line intersect the graph of the function at 2 points. Suppose these two are A and B. Right? So, if the graph intersects at 2 points, then that function is not 1, 1. Then that function is not 1, 1. Right? So, draw any horizontal line parallel to x-axis from the points in the codomain intersects the graph of the function at least 1 point so that it is onto function. Right? Therefore, f of x is not 1, 1, but it is onto. Therefore, f of x is onto but not 1, 1. F of x is onto but not 1, 1. Right. Now, inverse function. If f mapping from a to b is a bisective function, now we can define the inverse of a function. Right? If f mapping from a to b is a bisective function, then the relation F inverse is equal to set of all ordered pairs B comma A such that A comma B belong to F. This means that F of A is equal to B. F of A is equal to B if and only if F inverse of B is equal to A. F inverse of B is equal to A. Right. If F mapping from A to B is a bisection, then its inverse is also a bisective function defined from F from A to B, F inverse from B to A. F inverse from B to A is also bisective function, right, and is called the inverse of F, right. See one example of inverse of a function, right. F mapping from A to B, set A containing 3 elements, set B containing 3 elements, right. So clearly F is a bisective function from A to B. Then we define its inverse function F mapping from A to B. F mapping from A to B is a bisective function. F inverse mapping from B to A, this is also a bisective function, right. Now what is inverse function? Geometrically, what is inverse function? Right? The inverse function is the image of f of x with respect to the y is equal to x. Geometrically, the inverse of a function of f of x is the image of f of x with respect to the line y is equal to x, right. Graph of y is equal to f of x, y is equal to f inverse x are symmetrical about y is equal to x. That means that this is the image of y is equal to f of x, right, and intersects on the line y is equal to x. If f of x and f inverse of x are intersects, then they are intersecting on the line y is equal to x, right. If y is equal to f of x, this is a graph of y is equal to f of x. Now this is a graph of f inverse of x. These two graphs intersect on the line y is equal to x whenever the two graphs intersects, right. Working rule to find the inverse of a function, right. Let f mapping from x to y be a bisective function, right. Put f of x is equal to y. Solving this equation for x, we get x in terms of y, right. Just interchange x and y to obtain the inverse of f. This is the process for finding the inverse of a function, right. F mapping from closed interval 1 comma infinity to closed interval 1 comma infinity defined by f of x equal to 2 power x into x minus 1, then find its inverse, right. Clearly f is a bisective function, and let y is equal to f of x, let y is equal to f of x, right. That implies y is equal to 2 power x square minus x. By the definition of logarithm, x square minus x is equal to log y base 2. That implies x square minus x minus log y base 2 is equal to 0. From this equation, we have to find the value of x. We have to find the value of x. Now, this is a quadratic equation in x. This is a quadratic equation in x. Now, the value of x is equal to, the value of x is equal to minus b plus or minus square root of b square minus 4ac divided by 2a divided by 2a, that is equal to 2 into 1, a is equal to 1. That implies x is equal to 1 plus or minus square root of 1 plus 4 log y square root of 1 plus 4 log y base 2 divided by 2. Now, interchange x and y, that implies y is equal to 1 plus or minus square root of 1 plus 4 into log x base 2 divided by 2. Right, this is possible or not? Right, every function is a single valued function. Every function is a single valued function. Right, suppose put x is equal to 1, put x is equal to 1, that implies y is equal to, put x is equal to 1, y is equal to 1 plus or minus 1 divided by 2. Right, first we take plus sign, that is equal to 1. Now, if we take minus sign, this is equal to 0. Right, y is equal to 0 does not belong to, y is equal to 0 does not belong to closed interval 1 comma infinity. That's why I am taking plus sign. That implies y is equal to, or f inverse of x, that is equal to 1 plus square root of 1 plus 4 into log x base 2 divided by 2. This is the inverse of f. Right. Now, composite function. If f mapping from a to b and g mapping from b to c, right, here in this connection is important, f mapping from a to b and g mapping from b to c. B2 functions, we define its composite function g circle f, that is equal to g circle f mapping from a to c. Right, if f mapping from a to b, g circle f is a function from a to c. Now, draw a diagram, f mapping from a to b, f mapping from a to b, right, f, this is a and this is b, f from a to b, g from b to c, g from b to c, right, g is a function from b to c. Now, g circle f is a function, g circle f, right, this is g circle f, this is g circle f mapping from a to c is a function, and it is defined by g circle f of a is equal to g of f of a for all small a belong to capital A. Then g circle f is called a composite of f and g. See one example of a composite function. Here this is f mapping from A to B, A to B, G mapping from B to C, right? Here the codomain of B is same as the domain of G. That connection is very important to define a composite function, right? Now G circle F mapping from A to C, right? Here one is mapping with 1, one is mapping to 2. G circle F, the image of 1 is 2, the image of 2 is 1, the image of 3 is 2, the image of 4 is 3. That is G circle F is a composite function from A to C. Right. Now another important property of a function, even and odd functions, right? Already see some basic properties from functions. The first one is 1 function, second one is onto function. From 1 and onto, now a bisective function. From bisective function we can define inverse function and also define a composite function. Now this is very important property of a function, even and odd functions, right? Generally all of you familiar about even number and odd number, but here even function and odd function, when we say that the function is even or odd, if f mapping from capital A to R is said to be an even function, f is said to be an even function, right? Listen carefully. If f of minus x is equal to f of x, f of minus x is equal to f of x for all x belong to A, right? So this is the definition of even function, right? How the graph of an even function, the graph of an even function is always symmetric about y-axis. The graph of an even function is symmetric about y-axis. Also, if x comma y is a point on the graph of even function, then minus x comma y is also point on even function, right? See the graph of even function, right? So this is a function y is equal to x square, that is f of x equal to x square. F of x is equal to x square, f of x equal to x square, f of minus x is equal to minus x whole square, that is equal to x square, right? That is equal to f of x, f of minus x is equal to f of x. Therefore, f is an even function, right? See the graph clearly. The graph is symmetric about y-axis. This is y-axis. The graph is symmetric about y-axis. Suppose the graph is folded y-axis. Suppose the graph is folded y-axis. These two curves are coincide. These two curves are coincide, so that the graph is symmetrical about y-axis. Also the graph is symmetrical about the line x is equal to 0. Also say that the graph is symmetric about the line x is equal to 0, right? Now odd function definition. a function is said to be an odd function, right? If f of minus x is equal to minus f of x, then f is said to be an odd function, right? The graph of odd function is symmetric about the origin. The graph of an odd function is symmetric about the origin, that is in opposite, symmetric in opposite quadrants. If x comma y lie on odd function, then minus x comma minus y is also a point on the same odd function graph, right? See the graph of an odd function, right? Let f of x is equal to x cube, f of x is equal to x cube, f of minus x, that is equal to minus x whole cube, that is equal to minus x cube, that is equal to minus f of x. F of minus x is equal to minus f of x. Therefore, this is an odd function, right? See the graph of an odd function. This graph is symmetrical about origin, symmetrical about origin, or symmetric about the quadrants, right? In this case also, the graph is folded origin. The graph is folded origin. These two curves are coincide. Okay, right. Now see another graph. The function is y is equal to x cube, y is equal to x cube plus 2x square minus x. This graph is said to be neither even nor odd function. This function is neither even nor odd. This function is neither even nor odd function, because f of minus x is not equal to f of x. This is also not equal to f of minus x. That's why this function is called neither even nor odd function, right? Okay, next concept is symmetry about the line x is equal to a. Previously, I said that the graph of an even function is symmetric about y-axis. Also say that the graph is symmetric about the line x is equal to 0. Right. So here symmetry about the line x is equal to a. Right. A graph is symmetric about the line x is equal to a if f of a minus x is equal to f of a plus x for all x belong to domain of f. Right. In the case of even function, a graph is symmetric about y-axis. Symmetric about y-axis, that means symmetric about the line x is equal to 0. Symmetric about the line x is equal to 0. So the definition of an even function is f of minus x is equal to f of x. This can be written as f of 0 minus x, f of 0 minus x is equal to f of 0 plus x. Right? This is a definition of even function. This is symmetric about the line x is equal to 0. Now here symmetric about the line x is equal to a. Put in place of 0 a, f of a minus x is equal to f of a plus x. This is the condition for a graph to be symmetric about the line x is equal to a. Right. Here, see the graph. This graph is symmetrical about the line x is equal to 2. This graph is symmetric about the line x is equal to 2. If the graph is folded the line x is equal to 2, these two curves are coincide. That's why the graph is symmetric about the line x is equal to 2. Right. Now, symmetry about the point a comma 0. Right. In in the time of discussing odd function, we say that the graph is symmetric about the origin. Symmetric about the origin. Here, symmetry about the point a comma 0. Right, see the difference. A graph is symmetric about the point a comma 0 if f of a minus x is equal to minus f of a plus x for all x belong to the domain. Right. In case of an odd function, the definition of an odd function is f of minus x is equal to minus f of x. Right. This is a definition of odd function, and also this is symmetric about origin. Symmetric about origin. This can be written as f of 0 minus x is equal to minus f of 0 plus x. This is symmetric about origin. Now here, symmetric about the point a comma 0. Symmetric about the point a comma 0. So we put a in place of 0. We put a in place of 0. F of a minus x is equal to minus f of a plus x. This is the condition for a function symmetric about the point a comma 0. Now see the graph of the function. Right. Here the blue curve indicates the graph y is equal to x cube. The black curve indicates the graph of y is equal to x minus 1 whole cube. Right. So this graph is y is equal to x cube is symmetric about the origin. This graph is symmetric about the origin, but the graph y is equal to x minus 1 whole cube is symmetric about the point 1 comma 0. This graph is symmetric about the point 1 comma 0. Right. Now symmetry about the line y is equal to x. Right. We say that the graph is symmetric about the line x is equal to y if the equation of the curve remains unchanged on interchanging x and y. If we interchange x and y, then the equation of the curve remains unchanged. Example, x cube plus y cube is equal to 3xy. If we interchange x and y to this function, that implies y cube plus x cube is equal to 3yx. The curve remains same. Right. Now see another example too. Right. This is the parabola. This is the parabola. This is a line y is equal to x. Clearly the parabola is symmetric about the line y is equal to x. Clearly, the parabola is symmetric above the line y is equal to x.